Thanks to the A Creator Network, I got early access to Enchanted by Nature, which comes out Thursday, July 10th, but I've had it for a few days now and I've really been enjoying building it. So we're gonna build a micro home with this pack because I love building micro homes. We're on this lot called Cranamore Residential, but it's in a tree. Look at how cool this lot is. It's literally in a tree. So we're building a micro home literally on a tree. Our first step is always to turn this into a tiny home residential. And our requirements are it has to be 32 tiles or smaller. That is what classifies a micro home. So we are going to do our best. And honestly, with the new pack, there's a lot of things that you can do with foraging. So you don't necessarily need a lot of things in your house. So some of the things can kind of be rather minimal, like a kitchen, because your Sims can just forage now. So we're going to take that into account. So we might have a little extra space in this one to do fun stuff with. Let's just start with our shape. I honestly feel for this one, we could just do like a square. Not a good shaped square though. Well, that's not a square. So we have a square house and then I think we can just put a little bump out for a door. Maybe not there though. We might move the bump out, but I think I want to start with this. And I really want to have some fun with the roof. So we're really going to play around with this because I think the personality for this build is going to come in the roof entirely. And we're going to do a lot of like curves and stuff. So if you hold Shift C on your keyboard together, you can then have more manipulation points on your roof, which is really, really great. So we're just going to use these to kind of manipulate it a little bit more. So I kind of really love how this looks. It almost reminds me of like a flower, like a upside down flower, which there's actually a lot of those for like hats and stuff in this pack. So it kind of reminds me of those little flowers. And then I want to put a little roof over our bump out. So we're going to do the same thing with the Shift C and manipulate this one as well. I will say I don't love the bump out. I kind of don't want the bump out. I kind of want to move my roof in there so that the like regular piece of the roof, like the actual like wall part, is in the other roof, and then just bring out our eaves with the Shift key. Then we can have this really cute like little roof piece that's not really like connected to anything. And I'm also gonna use the manipulation tools to kind of give it a similar shape to the main roof piece. Although this is a little bit harder because it's such a small piece. Okay, I think that was the right move. That's so cute. I want to bring that out a little bit. I don't know what to do with this bump out. We could honestly just throw it on the back or not use it. We could just not use it and do 30 tiles. There's only 2 tiles. So, okay, now we have 2 extra tiles to use if we need them later on. But I think this is so cute. Like, yeah, it's really small, but it's adorable. Now, I should have done this to begin with, but I really think it'd be cute to have a little bit of terrain manipulation. There's just something about terrain manipulation with this pack that I just can't stop doing. Like I've used terrain manipulation for every single build and it's just incredible. I love it so much. So we're gonna use this one that's like the flatten to height, and then we can like set our own height for it. I'm like trying to resist the urge to make it like a really high hill and have it be this like tiny little house on a very high hill. I just don't think it makes sense to be that way on a tree. Let's move our house over here. And then if this happens to you, if you terrain paint after you are building a house, like after you build your actual house, you can just bring it up with the foundation. Then you can make it level with the ground and then it'll be perfectly fine. It'll function just right. I'm gonna give this some smoothing so you don't see all these like the dark red kind of thing. Okay, I made it a little taller. It's just so cute. I will say the one issue is going to be landscaping because it's really hard to landscape on elevated terrain without the tool mod. And I currently don't have that in the game because it is not updated for the new pack and so it breaks. So that's going to be a little bit frustrating, but it's okay. Okay, I kind of redid all of it, but like, hear me out. Like I think it's going to look really cute. And if it doesn't look cute, you're not even going to see this part. So it's okay. Okay, so I changed my mind on terrain manipulation. It's just, I wasn't feeling it. I couldn't get to do what I wanted. So we're not going to do that. So for this, I really like the idea of having a like grassy, mossy roof. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do like that, and we're gonna give it a matching trim. I don't know which color matches with this. All right, so I think that's the matching trim. It's hard to see. I will say the one downside so far of this pack is that the lighting in the world is really bad. In my opinion, I don't think it looks very good at all. And then I actually think I want to bring out the edges of our roof more, and then we can have some little columns, but that's too tall and this isn't shrink. So we go 2 wall height. I don't feel like 2 wall height fits what I want, but we can make it work. Or we can just put these on the corners instead of like on the edge of the roof. That's pretty cute. And then we got this new feature with the base game update and this pack, obviously, that we can place landscaping on roofs. However, this is such a curved roof. I don't know how much we'll be able to place because you can't place too much on curved roofs, which is I think really goofy of them, but we're gonna see what I can actually put on there. So let's landscape the roof. Okay, so that's like all I can really do for the roof with landscaping. Like I could try to like fight more on this side, but I don't really want to. Like some of the only things that are slotting are like these little bushes. Like I can get like one of these on and that's really it. And you have to have like very specific directions. So that's gonna kind of be our just like little patchy Rhone landscaping on our roof. And I also put 2 dormers. Now this one doesn't look like it matches, but I actually really like the look of it. It just gives it like a little bit of like extra whimsy kind of thing. So we're gonna keep it for now until I get tired of it. And then we of course need to have a chimney. So I think we'll put a little chimney right there. Will we have a fireplace? I don't know, but we're gonna have a chimney because everyone needs a chimney. All right, so I use these shingles for the walls and I kind of like it, but this lighting is just throwing me off so much. It's like hard to see. Like it's a green, and then when you like change the lighting, it's definitely brown. And I do like a brown better, but we don't really have a good brown. We only have this like light brown. But we could also do this like birch bark one, but I think this is more like whimsy. Honestly, I don't hate the green, so I think we will stick with this green. And now we kind of need a floor plan, but there's not really a place to floor plan. So I think I'm just gonna make a bathroom and then go from there. So like the bathroom's gonna be here. I think we could put our kitchen here and our bed like over here, I think is what is the best option. Or we could put our kitchen like over here and our bed here. But I think our door is gonna go, I think we probably center our door actually. And we can always move it around later. I love this little door with a wreath and I haven't used it yet. So this is what we're gonna go for. And then I'm gonna put windows at the front right now. And then I'm gonna hold off on windows on the other walls until we have like more furniture in there and we know exactly what's going where. I love the idea of a window right there. That's really cute. I might actually just go for like 2 of those on either side of the door. Maybe even just on one side of the door. That's actually really cute, just having the one. Yeah, I like it. We'll go with that. And then now what's my favorite part is time to landscape, but we do have to go into debug because this pack does not have any landscaping in the regular catalog, the regular build by venue, which I think is really stinky of the Sims team to do that. But I understand because there's probably like limitations of the pack, but I want landscaping. Is it weird to put a tree on a tree? No, it's not weird. I just love these big mushrooms. They make me so happy. There's also this one item in debug that's basically like a fishing net hung up on a wall, and I've been really wanting to use it. And I think this is kind of a cute place to use it, make it kind of like a fishing shack in a way, sort of, because there's other like fishing related things like buoys and stuff. So that's actually kind of cute having some of these here, just as like little clutter bits and stuff. Okay, so I kind of leaned in a little bit to losing like the fishing stuff over here, and we've kind of gotten like an old fishing shack kind of thing going on. So we have like a boat here, and we have these like fish here, which I just realized I probably should put some landscaping around that, like even just some grass. I have a lot of grass around the boat to kind of look like it's just been there for a while. Like this is like an old shack. It's not really used for like fishing stuff, but it's just here though still. Although if it was just here, would it have fish hanging? I don't know, but maybe they bought the fish. Maybe they just bought these fish. Who knows? And they're just hanging outside. And now it's time for terrain paint, which will kind of bring it all together. So we are going to grab this, and we unfortunately we don't have any like terrain paint in the new pack. So I have to put base game on for that. And then we're going to grab the Smarter Starter Soil and just put it all around the stuff that's on the ground. So basically if it touches the ground, it's going to have terrain paint, kind of like that. And you'll even want to do it under the houses as well. So for like here, I'm just going to go under the house so that it doesn't look like it's just sitting on the ground. There's like a little bit of dirt around it. And now we just need to add a path. So I think I'm going to use this, the pebbled, the cobbled together, and make a little path. Oh, that's so cute. I want to change the shape a little bit. That's adorable. I'm obsessed. And then I always go in with the dirt on the edges at like the lowest opacity, just to add a little bit of that on the edge to kind of feather it out so it doesn't look so like harsh on the edges. And then I think that's the exterior of the house. It's so cute. The lighting is funky again, but it's pretty good here, except for this sun shining through. But let's work on the inside now. And we still have to put more windows in, but we're gonna start with some lights so that we can see. And then I'm trying to use basically no base game if I have the option to. I think we're gonna go with this. No, I kind of like just that first swatch like that. That's kind of nice. And then I've been using these stones for bathrooms, and I think it's kind of cute. I think it's kind of cute for bathroom. But we're starting with the bathroom because it's the smallest room. Gotta start with the door. So I've been using this door for the interior, and it's just adorable. And then we actually do have an entire bathroom set in here. We have a shower, a sink, and a toilet. Now the thing is that the shower is a little bit big. And so I kind of want to put one of these outside. So we have the toilet, the cutest toilet in the entire game, and a little sink. We could just have a sink. You know what? This is my tiny homes. They don't have sinks. It doesn't need a sink. All it needs is a shower and a toilet. So that's our bathroom. It looks a little funky, but it's fine. We could put a mirror in here, but it's not over a sink. It's just a mirror. That feels weird then. All right, I put a few like clutter items on our wall, toilet paper. There's not a lot of stuff to put in here, especially when you don't put a sink. You can't necessarily have like a mirror and like stuff to go with that. So this is all we need though. And then we're just gonna get a wall. Hello? Our guest star is here. I feel like this is a pretty good interior wall. Hello? Oh yeah, I like that. Now, what What color do we do our shower? Kind of blend. Ow! I really like this brown swatch, so we're gonna go with that. And then we should probably do our kitchen next. And we do need a stove and a fridge from base game because it doesn't have either of those. We do have to have those out, plus our sink. So I think we'll do that. That's actually, I don't think I've really done a galley kitchen or I'm actually really digging this blue. So I think we're gonna keep that as our swatch. And I think that's a pretty close matching wood. I don't want to deal with it to make to find the actual right swatch. And then let's get a window now that we have those. Do maybe this one. Just a really cute window. And I like how it looks. Hi. You can't see it, but this, oh, now you can see him. This is my cat. Like this window, so we're gonna use that. And then I think we should get a rug. I really like this mossy rug. It's been like my go-to rug. I think that's really cute. I don't know if I like the water one though. Maybe that one. It's a little bit of a more muted green. And then we also need a trash can. And I'm a little bit upset that there's no trash can in this pack. You could have just made a cute little stump as a trash can, like with a trash bag in it. But there's no trash can. There's no outdoor trash can. So I do need to hide one of those somewhere. Maybe I'll just put it behind the build and it just kind of blends in. So that's a fully functional kitchen, fully functional bathroom. So now we just need like comfort stuff. Technically we just really need a bed. And that's all we need. So we have a lot of space left over. So we have space to use that up. However, the only option for bed is a double bed because we have a double bed, a bassinet, a crib, and a child-sized bed, but no single bed, which is crazy behavior. This one matches the wood on the windows, so I think we'll go with like the yellow one. I like yellow so much. It's so pretty. And then instead of having a side table, we can have a little mushroom. Have a little mushroom in the wall, and we can put. Oh, we can't put a plant on there. I put a plant on one of these ones. Okay, maybe we'll use that one instead. And we'll give them a pothos. Gimbal. That's my microphone. He's just in my way now. Gimbal. That's not for your face. That's not for your face. Now he's taking screenshots. My goodness. Oh, you know what if we put this over the window? That's so cute. It's not a fire hazard because it's The Sims. But if you put your face so close to the game, you're not gonna be able to see anything later. Also, I forgot about gnomes. We have to have our gnomes. There's 3 new gnomes in this pack and we have to use all of them. We have this cute little rug. I actually really like this unicorn swatch. I don't think it's gonna work in this room. We need a different color. I feel like that works if we just bring a little bit of blue in here, which we have blue cabinets actually. And what if we got blue upper cabinets because I forgot about those? Maybe not. Maybe like single ones right there. No, those look funny. We're just not gonna do upper cabinets. I think it's fine because then it like clips with my plants right here. Move this over a little bit. You know what? We will do plants. We will do upper cabinets. Just on this side though. Just there for a little bit of storage. That's all you need. And then in this section here, we need to have a space to eat. So we need to have a place to sit down. That's not just the bed. So we could do a table or we could do the desk. So then you have some desk space because you can also just sit there and eat. I assume you can eat at a desk. I don't know if I've ever seen my Sims do it, but you can eat at a desk. And we can use that as our desk chair. And also we could leave the blue if we wanted to because it brings in the blue for the rug. So I think we'll leave the blue. And I think it's time to put a window on this side of the house. So I think we could just honestly, we could grab the big one or we could grab a little one. Oh, I actually like how that looks. Perfect. So a little window. It's kind of high up, but honestly, I don't think that's a problem. Put a little curtain over our window. I love this curtain. It's so pretty. Next, we need our walls. We don't have a lot of wall color yet. So we could match the bathroom and do that. And also do more like tree birch. I actually really like that in here. Yeah, I like that a lot. We also could put like a glass wall, but I don't know if that makes any sense to have a glass wall right there. You know, we still have 2 extra tiles we could use. We could always move the bathroom, but it just has no roof. I'll do it that later. We can move the bathroom and then we have a little bit of a wider kitchen. So then we could, instead of doing this, let me play around. So we could do that and then we could get a little like dining space and we have 2 countertops for your Sim to use. I just realized I've been using this as a bedside table. This is a dining table. Well, that's nice. I thought it was a side table this whole time. You know what? We don't have a mirror in here, so we don't have a way to get dressed. So we could do like this. It's a clothing rack, but I don't think we really have the space for that. So I think we'll just get a mirror and use that so your Sims can have a dresser basically. Yeah, we'll put it there. I think that's functional. I think you can like access that. And then we have all of the debug paintings that we can use. They're not really paintings, but they're like craftables. And we also have, I forgot, we have a backsplash. But because of our window here, I don't think a backsplash makes so much sense. So sad, but that's okay. All right, I think that's it for the inside. We need to go back out and fix the little bump out that I made. I was gonna change the trash can black to just kind of blend in with the fridge, so it's a little bit less noticeable. This is so cute though. I really like how this turned out in the inside. Let's go fix this outside bit though. Okay, I think that works for the little room. And then I'll tuck the trash can in next to it just so it's not really visible. And then I want to add, I forgot we have these. So I want to add these little like foliage bits to the outside. And then I think we're done. I think we're done. This is really cute. So we have some really cute like little like fishing shack kind of vibes here. And then on the inside, we have our little bedroom area, our little desk area, our little kitchen area, and then our little bathroom. This turned out really cute. I think this might be one of my favorites that I've made so far for this base game and one pack only micro home. This was so fun. I also feel like we have a lot of extra space as well. And you know what? I just had an idea. What if we go to surfaces? I have so far used these mushrooms as well and size them up and then use alt place and 9 to like place them kind of in the roof to look like they're growing out of the roof. However, the wall is in the way for this one. That's so cute. What a good like finishing touch. Should I change the color of it though? I kind of like that brown one for this. This is so cute. I'm so happy with it. If you're interested in this build, it's on my gallery as DizzyMissLizzy and it should be there by the time I upload this. What do you think of this house? I think it turned out really cute. This pack is also just so fun to build with. I'm really having a lot of fun like doing cute, silly, whimsy little things. I'm so excited for everyone to get their hands on it and I can't wait to see what everyone makes with this new pack. It's so fun. And if you're going to be buying this pack or any other packs, feel free to use code DizzyMissLizzy at checkout on the EA app or thesims.com. It is a great way to support me and my content as I make a small commission from each purchase. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts down below and maybe another pack that you'd like to see me do this challenge with. I haven't gotten to all the expansion packs yet. So feel free to suggest one in the comments. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!